Yes, the title of this video is a cold, hard fact. Yo ho ho, Da Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Da Mafia Report. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you just read that title of the video and you're like, damn, dude, Dan's getting ballsy. Well, little do you know, if you've been a part of the Da Mafia for the past 2 to 3 years, you know that I built a career off of making ballsy takes like this. And yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I sincerely believe that the Buffalo Bills are about to stomp the Pittsburgh Steelers this coming Sunday, going into the season 1-0. And I am legitimately going to dive into all the specifics, why I think so, really analyzing various matchups and convincing you why I think that this victory on Sunday is going to be inevitable. Before we dive into any of that though, let's hear a brief word from today's sponsor. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to hop in real fast and let all of you know that you don't know about football. Your knowledge of the game is embarrassing. What's wrong? And did I just bruise your ego? Did I damage your self-confidence? I'm a good guy, so I'm giving you an opportunity to prove me wrong. And what you're gonna do is you are going to bet against me on Vigit. Dan, what the hell is Vigit? Well, let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. This is an application that allows you to put in your sports takes, your sports bets, without having to risk your mortgage payment whatsoever. The second that you log into Vigit, you are going to have the opportunity of winning coins. These coins are also going to be able to be cashed in for various prizes, and even the best person in the entire application is going to be flown out to the Super Bowl. And so this is the best app on the face of the planet without having to risk any actual real money. Very low risk, super high reward. Every single week, I am going to be on this app and I'm going to be giving my picks for each and every single game. Spreads, prop bets, you name it. And I want you to bet with me. What I want you to do is I want you to hit that link in my description or hit that link in my bio right now. Join my league. The password is HIT72 and start betting against me and show me that you actually know what the you're talking about. So whatever you're doing, stop this video and sign up for Vigit today. So yeah, Da Mafia, listen, I know that all of us have been anticipating the start of the NFL season, and you know what? It's here. It is finally here, and we just so happen to have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming into Orchard Park for week 1. And yes, I do sincerely believe that the Buffalo Bills are about to easily win this game for a variety of reasons. And so real talk, a lot of people can simply just base this off of last year's matchup when it comes down to the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers during week 1, but I'm not that kind of guy because I do understand that we are playing an entire different team like the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing an entire different team. But there's a variety of reasons, number one, why I think that we are going to absolutely dominate these fools on Sunday at 1 p.m. And number one is going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. Now, there's no question on the face of the planet, when it comes down to any type of weakness that the Steelers have, it is going to be their offensive line. And they are very inconsistent. It's been something that Pittsburgh has been dealing with for the past couple of years. And you could almost see it generated based off of Big Ben's stats last year when he ended up playing the Buffalo Bills. And so last year, as you can see, when the Buffalo Bills beat the Steelers 26-15, Ben Roethlisberger had a very difficult time, really only throwing 187 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. A lot of it had to do with the fact with the weakness of the offensive line. He really didn't have a lot of time to sit down and make solid decisions when it came to the passing game at the end of the day. And with that being said, it makes it even worse is the fact that our pass rush was probably one of the worst in the NFL on the face of the planet. Going into this year, we see the Buffalo Bills have made several investments into our defensive line, specifically within the whole rookie class, within the draft. And I'm not about to sit here and tell you that our defensive line is absolutely about to wow the entire NFL. But what I am saying is that there are clear improvements that are going to give Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line that much more hard of a time. Now, Bills Mafia, I'm not going to lie to you. Say, for example, that we absolutely dominate that offensive line this coming week. I wouldn't get too excited about it, especially due to the fact that we are probably going up against one of the weaker units in the entire NFL. But at the end of the day, it is a nice little practice run to see whether or not that we can really start getting a pass rush on these quarterbacks. When it comes down into Big Ben, I see him struggling tremendously, especially with the wall that is in front of him that clearly has a lot of holes. And so next up is really going to be going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes down to the Steelers defense, they are absolutely scary. I'm not even going to lie to you. And so when you talk about Joe Hayden, you talk about Minkah Fitzpatrick, you talk about TJ Watt, who, by the way, might not even be playing this game due to a contract dispute. Same with Cam Hayward. I would say this front seven is probably one of the best in the entire NFL. But there's a couple of things that I do want to point out. Last year, when we ended up playing this defense, Josh Allen ended up having a damn game. So Duman ended up going 24 for 23 for 248 yards and 2 touchdowns, going up against a secondary that is arguably one of the best that the NFL has to offer, as well as a pass rush when it ends up coming down to it. And so, but regardless, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm basing off my entire theory based off of last year's game. This is an entire different season, an entire different scenario. But one thing that I look at is the fact, look at the Green Bay Packers preseason game prior to week 1. Josh Allen was not taking a while in the pocket. He was not sitting there for 3 to 4 seconds trying to find the perfect guy. He was doing a lot of those dink and dunk type passes. And when we legitimately ended up seeing this offense line up 5 wide, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Isaiah McKenzie. This is damn dangerous. It's getting to a point where there is not a secondary on the face of the planet that is going to be able to cover all of them. Between Diggs, between Beasley, and between Emmanuel Sanders, we are talking about a route running clinic that is going to be going down during this game. Josh Allen has clearly ended up progressing as a quarterback and figuring out how to beat teams, whether or not that he needs to make big plays or whether or not that he just needs to do what he did against the Green Bay Packers during the preseason, during that very short time that he was out there. Now, I know a lot of Steelers fans are probably going to be like, oh yeah, dude, well, we have Najee Harris, man. Like, he's about to run all over the Bills. And let me tell you what, I sincerely agree with you. The Buffalo Bills run defense, this is clear based off of the past preseason that we have not fixed our run defense whatsoever. I was very optimistic that Starr was coming back, and he was our true one-tech defensive tackle that was going to be able to take a lot of double teams and being able to go on ahead and stuff the run, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be fixed. The issue is that you better hope that your rookie running back, who is not taking a single NFL starting snap, and so was going to run at least 370 to 80-yard runs from the line of scrimmage. Because you can run the ball as much as you want to, but I can guarantee you that the Buffalo Bills are about to score each and every single possession that they have. So the Steelers at the end of the day are going to have to rely on Big Ben, who is clearly washed up, to win this game for you guys. I respect your run game. I think Najee Harris is about to be a boss, but at the end of the day, you're going to be asked to outscore us, and that is simply not going to happen, especially when it comes down into our improved pass rush and our secondary that ended up picking Big Ben off twice last year in that victory when it came down to it. And so Steelers fans, I know a lot of y'all are probably going to be very upset with me in the comments, but at the end of the day, there's no hate whatsoever. I'm just talking a little healthy shit. But one thing I want to let all of you know, especially you Steelers fans, don't be sad. You are simply just going to be the first victim of the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl run in 2021. Dumb Mafia, do me a favor, leave a comment. What do you think is going to go down during this game? I really want to hear your thoughts. Steelers fans as well, feel free to subscribe to this channel so you can talk shit to me, say that I'm wrong. It's always a beautiful thing. Smash the out of that like button, and before I let you go, you better always remember, let's go Buffalo.